Alright, folks, good morning. It's time for Potato and Kev. It's with your host, Potato. Co-host, Kev, that's me. I think we're on episode 27 now. I'm going to start today off with my newest one called Their March. To the left, to the right. Anyone who stands tries to fight. No one left, all them bodies gone. The land is clear, now it's time to march on. Cause they're marching in, yeah, they're killing everybody as they march. They're marching in, they're marching in, yeah, they're killing everybody as they march. They're marching in. They want our souls, yeah, they want our minds. They'll beat us lies, yeah, and leave us blind. No parting gifts, no fancy wine. You want to live, well, you better get in line. Cause they're marching in, yeah, they're killing everybody as they march. They're marching in, they're marching in, yeah, they're killing everybody as they march. They're marching in. Coming in, yeah, now's the time. They want our faith, yeah, they'll take our pride. They want what's yours, now they want what's mine. And left is this one last rhyme. Cause they're marching in, yeah, they're killing everybody as they march. They're marching in, they're marching in, yeah, they're killing everybody as they march. They're marching in. Alright, I call that one Their March. THEIR. So I've been going off a little bit lately and saying that I'm not being friends with Trump supporters and dealing with them anymore, but I'm pulling that back. I really want to focus on what we have in common, and because I think we have a lot more in common than we have this, we just got to get politics out of this stuff, because I think a lot of his supporters really don't even know what's going on. Like, they were supporting him for someone else, or they just don't even know, because yesterday I was asked for evidence about stuff I was accusing Trump of, and I mean, he's been accused of rape or sexual assault or various things over 24 times. He was found liable in a civil court, and later, as a result, he had defamed her a bunch and was found liable for the defamation too. So he ended up having to pay E. Jean Carroll, I think is her name, a lot of money, or he's supposed to. There's probably still some appeals going on, but a jury of his peers did find him guilty, and they may be waiting for appeals, but he was found guilty twice, is my point of that. As far as the other ones, he settled a bunch, and it's just really hard to prove in criminal court years after the fact. They want videotape of the rapes, or, I don't even know what they expect, but rape is a very messed up thing, and I definitely don't want innocent people being put in prison or jails for that, but yeah, it's just unfortunate that we have so many freaking rapists in the world, because people tend to not believe the victims. They want a lot from the victims, and there just really isn't a whole lot of evidence all the time. I mean, even when it comes down to, is there semen was there semen in her? Well, how do you prove whether she said yes or no? Like, I mean, if there isn't bruises and some big obvious thing, like, it's word against word. And like I've said in the past, the company that Trump keeps with his accusations, that speaks volumes. Like, the amount of people that have been accused the same amount of Trump are convicted rapists. Cosby, Weinstein, these people are convicted rapists. And they're, Epstein, he hasn't actually been publicly accused as many times as Trump. I could be wrong about that, but it's funny that he could corroborate a bunch of these witnesses' testimony and he's dead. Now, my guess is that Ghislaine Maxwell will either end up dead or pardoned. I guess we'll see about that. But anyway, back to my point, which was, I'm not gonna just dismiss anyone. I'm gonna try and find common ground with people, because I believe that in the end, we all really do want to help our neighbors, and we all want our communities to be safe and good, friendly. I don't want to be fighting and killing people over resources when stuff breaks down. I want us to be getting together and trying to figure out and make sure, like, the first things we do is gather what we have, and then we start asking, where's these people that no one can take care of? Like, that's where we find common ground, because we all want to make sure that those old people that we know don't have anybody are okay, and we want to make sure the disabled people are okay. When you really start to talk to people, they care about people. We're all caught up in the fight right now, but I think that's going to go away soon. I think we're all going to start realizing that, yeah, we have a lot more in common with each other than these strangers from thousands of miles away who keep sending our kids to die or kill. I definitely don't want my grandkids ending up in an army murdering people or being killed. So yeah, if you're a Trump supporter, I just want to know what you support. Like, exactly what you support. Let's talk about that. His own mouth is what provides the evidence for not releasing the Epstein files like he said he was going to do, not locking Hillary up like he said he was going to do, not ending wars like he said he was going to do, grocery prices coming down. I mean, the evidence is there. He said it. The grocery prices maybe not, but they're not coming down. I was just there yesterday, and stuff is still as expensive as it was the last time I was there. Anyway, I'm going to close today with, you got anything to say, Potato? Alright, I'm closing today with a song that I do all the time, and I know everybody's sick of it, but I love playing it, and I heard it yesterday, and I didn't get to play it. So, once again, for what it's worth, or for whom it concerns, originally by Buffalo Springfield. There's something happening here. Yeah, what it is ain't exactly clear. Yeah, there's a man with a gun over there. He's telling me I've got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. The battle lines being drawn. Yeah, nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds. Hey, getting so much resistance from behind us. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. field day full of feet. 1,000 people in the streets, singing songs, yeah, they're carrying signs. Yeah, mostly say, hooray for outside. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep. Yeah, into your life it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Yeah, step out of line, man come and take you away. Yeah, we better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. All right, folks. So yeah, I'm backtracked. I've taken in some. Well, I won't say I took in more information, but I took in other people's opinions, and you know, and I believe that no matter what, in my heart, I still want us all to grow together. I don't want us fighting or declaring that we're not friends or even able to. Well, I don't know exactly, but I don't want us basing our relationships on who we voted for. We have more important things going on in our communities and in our where we know each other, you know, where people aren't total strangers from thousands of miles away making decisions for us. We need to make decisions, and we need to do that together because we live together in the same area. And whatever they're doing there, we still have to function here. And I believe that we're mostly friends. We disagree on some very important things. They're very important, but you know, we could agree on all the stuff we agree on and then deal with the other stuff later. Especially since none of those big issues will affect how we're taking care of each other around here. Any closing thoughts today, Potato? All right, folks. No matter who you voted for, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you're feeling the same as I do. That we can find ways to get along, rather than allow ourselves to go to war. You know, sometimes the right thing, it's harder. And then it'd just be easier to just sit there and just let the wrong things roll. So yeah, I'm gonna take the harder route because I really want us all to be friends. I hope that, I know that sounds like some whatever, but you know, I think we all are friends. I don't have any enemies. Not that are personal enemies. Like, there's people that I don't like. Netanyahu, Trump. There's a few of them. But I can definitely get along with my neighbors and the people that I live around. And that's what I'm going to try and do. And I'm going to try and do that with everyone that I can. From Potato and co-host Kev, we hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Feel free to share. We'll see you tomorrow.